YouTube, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today, gonna do another quick overview of a flannel that I've received from Studio Dartisan. It is their distressed indigo check flannel. And to be honest, I don't really know what I think of it. So let's get right into it. So here it is, the distressed check indigo flannel from Studio Dartisan. So when we say distressed, what do we actually mean by that? Well, you can look at it, it looks like it's a really old shirt. It looks like it's been washed 1,000 times, it's been worn for many, many years, and it hasn't, it's brand new. So when we say distressed, this is exactly what they do. They take the fabric, they pre-wash it a certain amount of times, and then make it look like it's being used, being worn. So you don't really have to put in the years of effort that required to make it look like this, distressed. Now they did release a normal version of this that wasn't distressed, so you can buy this still and then wear it for many years and fade it the way you like it. But they did release this version that, funnily enough, wasn't very popular. So they released the indigo rope dyed check flannel, and they also released this one, but not many people picked this up. So when I mean that is the retailers didn't pick it up. So I think Iron Shop Provisions in the US picked this up. So did Blue Owl in the US, and then also Okayama Denim. And other than that, I really couldn't find it anywhere else. So that was why it was kind of really hard to get. I picked this up actually from Iron Shop Provisions in the US. If you haven't heard of them, check them out. They're a really, really good bunch of guys. Sorted me out with this, getting this to the UK. And I just really wanted to see what the distressed kind of thing was all about. I have found recently there's been a lot of companies coming out with distressed items, pre-worn in items. So Studio Dartisan do that. They've released a pair of jeans as well that are pre-washed. They've got this shirt, and they've got a few t-shirts as well that are pre-washed. And I think Pure Blue Japan now have come out with some t-shirts that are pre-faded, pre-worn in to a certain extent. You can buy like lightly faded and not so lightly faded, really faded shirts as well. So I just wanted to really see what this whole thing was about. I'd be interested to know what you guys think. Like, drop a comment down below and let me know if you think this is cheating or this is a good way of kind of cutting out a few years. I'd really like to know. And while you're there, if you haven't subscribed already, and I know there's quite a lot of you guys that sort of watch but don't subscribe, just hit the subscribe button. It really does help me out and it helps me get stuff like this and bring it to you guys every week. So hit the red button if you haven't already, really appreciate it. But the rise in distressed items, yeah, it really interests me. Now this really stuck out for me online. It just looked really good. White t-shirt, faded pair of jeans. And I don't know if it translated when it got here. The first comment my fiance said was, it looks like I'm wearing a pair of pajamas. And ever since she said that, I really can't get that out of my mind. So I don't know, let me know what you think. But I do think in the summer, this would be really nice, open with a white t-shirt. Now in terms of sizing, I really messed up here. This is a 40, and I don't really know why I bought a 40. I'm usually a 42 chest, but I think with flathead, there's been a couple of flathead flannels that I've worn that are 40. I think this is maybe a 40 or a 42. I don't know, I had a brain explosion and I got a 40, thinking that'll be fine, but it's not. It's actually too small, this. And the problem is when it's all fully buttoned up and you've got the cuffs done up as well, it's just a little bit too tight. So I'm gonna keep it, sleeves rolled up in the summer and unbuttoned with a shirt, and it doesn't feel restrictive, it feels totally fine. That leads me to the weight of this and why I'm gonna wear this in summer. The thing that kind of irks me sometimes about flannels is flannels are associated with winter and warmth and that kind of stuff. And I think even online I read this is a warm, everyone should have one of these staples for winter when it's the months are getting cooler, etc, etc. But this is not a warm flannel. When I first tried this on, and I tried the non-distressed one, so the regular one, I went into one of the stores in London and tried it on, I was amazed at how thin this is. I can't find anywhere about how thick it is or the ounce weight, but it is really thin, and you can actually see through that with the light. And you guys probably can't, but I'll try and show you. I can actually see through this. There's no brushing on either side. It's a really thin piece of fabric, and there is no way that this is a warm flannel for winter. It could be a good shirt for layering, t-shirt underneath, obviously, layer, something over the top, so on and so forth. But it's not a warm flannel by any means. Now, again, it is Studio Darzen. You can't take it away from them. These guys know what they're doing. It's constructed amazingly. It's got really, really fine details. The stitching is impeccable. And, you know, it's got everything that you'd come to expect from a Studio Darzen. The side gussets, the chain stitch runoff, so on and so forth. So they've put it together well. It's a really well put together flannel. It does have some kinds of elements to it because it's been through that wash. I don't exactly know how they distress it at all, but you can see the fabric has been worn, and you know there's certain little bits of fraying in certain areas as well. You can tell that's come from the distressed washing. But other than that, it's your standard work shirt. You've got your 2 pockets, you've got your resin buttons there as well, you've got your chain stitch runoff, your gusseted seams as well, side gussets, sorry, and it's just standard flannel really. Now, if I had my time again, 2 things. I'd buy size larger, obviously. And I would probably maybe even get the non-distressed version, just to give it a go myself, now that I know what it looks like. So overall, I love Studio Darzen. I think what they put out is really, really good. I don't think their fits of their flannels are as good as, say, the flathead, for instance. And personally, I like flannels that have a little bit of warmth to them, so some kind of brushing. Personally, I don't see the value in a flannel that doesn't have any kind of warmth factor to it, if that makes sense. It's just a shirt. It's a button-up shirt with a flannel, the pattern. It's not warming at all. So if I had my time again, I'd probably skip the Studio Darzen flannel unless they came out with a heavy flannel that was brushed at least once on the inside and, you know, was a little bit tailored. Though I can't really judge the fit because it's not my size. I'd like to try a larger size. So who knows? I'll keep this anyway for maybe for summer. If not, I'll probably sell it on one of the Depop or Market or something like that, and go from there. Value-wise, I think it's quite highly priced. I think Blue Owl in the US has it for $285 US, and I paid something like 200 and something US for it. Some of the stores in London and around that have the normal rope dyed indigo flannel, the one that's not distressed, I think it's around £200, £215. It's a lot of money for a shirt where I think that money could be better put somewhere else, if I'm honest. You know, an Ironheart flannel or something that's got a bit of warmth for the winter. That's just my opinion. I'd really love to know what you guys think. Drop a comment down below and let me know what you think. Have I made a bad move? You know, with this, I probably have, and I'd like to get your comments on what you think of this distressed versus the non-distressed. And that is it, guys. That's going to be it for this week. If you enjoyed that, let me know. Hit the thumbs up, drop a comment down below. And again, if you haven't subscribed already, really helps me out. Just press that red button. It helps me bring stuff like this to you guys every week. And with all that being said, have a great day and have a great Christmas. And I'll see you in the next one.